Hi everybody, welcome to Gemmaween 2025. I know I've got that wrong a few times this season. I've said 2024 so many times I've had to cut it out. I left it in and Spooky Geek noticed it first the other day, but it's definitely 2025. Now, there's something about October that makes stories come alive again. The kind of nights where the wind rattles through the windows and a cup of tea feels like a magic spell. This Gemmaween, I'm curling up with a few hauntingly beautiful reads. So light a candle, settle in, pop the kettle on, and let's talk about what I'm going to be reading or attempting to read this spooky season. So I say attempting to read because I'm not sure I'm going to get through all of these books. But these are the ones that I'd earmarked for reading this month of October. Now, alongside that, I'm also listening to an audiobook. So my current audiobook is The Blue Castle by L.M. Montgomery. Now, L.M. Montgomery is one of my favourite authors. These stories, these novels, these books were written over 100 years ago. They might not be everybody's cup of tea, but they really are mine. I have recently, over the last few years, enjoyed the whole entire series of Anne of Green Gables and also Emily of New Moon. Now, I would have popped Emily of New Moon on my spooky October reading list because I do think it's really fitting. So if you get a chance, I'll pop it onto yours. Either an audiobook or the actual novel. This is a really good read for the month of October. As I've already read Emily of New Moon pretty recently this year, it's not going on mine. So I'm listening to The Blue Castle. Now, The Blue Castle, I'd never heard of it before because it's not a series of books where L.M. Montgomery is known for writing a series of books such as Anne of Green Gables, Emily of New Moon, and this one is just a standalone book. So it's just one story, but I'm really enjoying it so far. The character is so deep and complicated. She's not a child this time. They usually start when they're children. She's not a child. She's they call her an old maid, and she's unmarried at the age of 29, the ripe old age. I'm only halfway through. I don't have a physical copy, otherwise I might have read this one. I would like to find a physical copy because when I really love the stories that I've listened to on an audiobook, I always like to find the copy and have it physically and read it one day anyway. So yeah, so that's my audiobook of October, The Blue Castle. So the book I'm going to physically read is this Agatha Christie, Autumn Chills. Now, I've never read an Agatha Christie book before. I know my mum really loves them. She reads Agatha Christie all the time. Perhaps she'd like to borrow this one after me. And I got this from TK Maxx. It was £9. It's a hardcover like that. I mostly, as you can tell, I was drawn to it because of the cover of the book, and it's a hard book. And it looks nice on my book nook. But I did, because it's called Autumn Chills, I did want to read it. So on the back it says, autumn is the season of misty mornings and cosy nights in. But as the leaves begin to fall, the nights get longer and the shadows grow darker. Secluded cottages, eerie manors and ghostly hauntings abound in this collection of 12 supernatural mysteries and murderous plots. Oh, so I didn't realise. So it's a collection of stories featuring Poirot, Miss Marple and Agatha Christie's other favourite detectives. Oh, so it's like... Oh, there was the TK Maxx receipt just fell out, in case you were wondering what that was. So yeah, I didn't realise that it's a collection of books, so that's quite good actually, because they're just short stories. So I can that will be easier to digest than an actual full novel. So excited to start that. I'm gonna start it today. So if I get through that one, I'm going to actually attempt to start reading Wuthering Heights. I did attempt to start reading this earlier on this year, and I didn't carry on with it. I only read the first chapter. Not because I didn't enjoy it. I think it was during the time we had the kitchen done, and I just never picked it up again because there was that much going on in the house. So I do think Wuthering Heights would be a really good October read. So if I get through the autumn chills, which I think I will now, I'm going to actually dive into Wuthering Heights again, I think. And this is a lovely book. These books, you can get these, they're called the Cranford Collection. And of course, Wuthering Heights is by Emily Brontë. But they're really lovely like cloth bound books with really lovely illustrations. And then I've also got this one, which, see, now I'm torn really, but this is really long. So what I think I'll do is, I think I'm going to extend my spooky Halloween season reading into November, and I'm going to then start Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I don't know, I'm torn. Which one do you think? Which is more spooky? Do we need the spooky Wuthering Heights or Dracula? So if you look at the Dracula, I think I've shown you this one before. This was $7.99 in TK Maxx. Again, it's the Cranford Collection. And any illustrations in this one? Sometimes they have like illustrations at the beginning. I don't think this one does. No, the font is fairly big on this one, if that matters to you. So yeah, so Dracula. So look at the front cover of this one. You've got the red flowers. Are they poppies? And then you've got the bats all over it, and this nice dark moody blue. So I don't know. So I think what I'll do is, realistically, I'm going to start with Autumn Chills alongside my audiobooks. And it's a toss-up between these two. It's a toss-up between these two. If you would like, comment down below which ones you think I should read, because they're the list that I compiled. Or which one should I do? Should I start first? Because we can always carry on this reading into November. I'd also like to know what's on your spooky season reading list, and if you have any of the copies or you want to listen to the audiobooks, it'd be super fun if perhaps you picked one of the same ones and we read or listened to the same audiobooks. Comment down below if that's something that you'd like to do, and then we could do another video like discussing it, maybe after Gemmaween. I hope you enjoyed this little miniature video in my Halloween book nook. Take care, thanks for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow for another video. Bye! Comment down below if you've got any suggestions of spooky books I could read this season.